Hello everyone, my name is Arnav Banerjee and I'm an English teacher. I've done my master's degree in English and I specialize in spoken English. So I'm here to introduce a movie character called Rocky Balboa, made famous by the actor Sylvester Stallone in his Rocky franchise. So we shall see why Rocky, or the character of Rocky Balboa, as he is affectionately known, is so memorable. So, first of all, Rocky is every man's hero. He is not invincible. He bleeds, he loses, he doubts, but he gets back up. Rocky shows heart over talent. And he shows that resilience and passion matter more than natural ability. His struggles are very relatable with everyone. And Rocky stands for a symbol of hope. From the Philadelphia steps to the final bell, Rocky embodies the belief that it ain't about how hard you hit, but how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. Rocky's story is not only about the story of a boxer, but it's a story of life itself, a timeless tale of perseverance, heart, and the triumph of the human spirit. So let us look in details at the entire Rocky series. So Rocky's journey begins in 1976 with the movie Rocky, and where he's shown as the underdog with a dream. And Rocky Balboa is introduced as a small town club fighter who works as a debt collector to make ends meet. He's considered a bum by many. He lives in obscurity, but he's got a heart full of unshaken determination. Instead of, he gets a chance when heavyweight champion Apollo Creed chooses him for a publicity fight. Instead of aiming to win, he sets his goal to go the distance and prove that he is not just a nobody. Rocky, the first movie, is memorable because Rocky embodies the dream of the underdog, ordinary, flawed, but full of heart. The second movie of the Rocky franchise came out in 1979. After the brutal match, Rocky struggles with health issues and he longs for a normal life with Adrian, his wife. But destiny calls him back to the ring for a rematch with Apollo Creed. His training intensifies and Adrian's support, win Rocky win, becomes his emotional fuel. He defeats Apollo and becomes the world heavyweight champion. The traits that he shows are perseverance, loyalty to family, and belief in hard work over talent. In Rocky 3, which was filmed in 1982, the champion who must relearn hunger. That's how Rocky is portrayed. Fame and fortune dull Rocky's edge. He grows comfortable and loses the fire that once drove him. He is defeated by ferocious challenger Clubber Lang and faces a crisis of confidence. Apollo Creed, once his enemy, becomes his mentor and reignites the flame of fighting spirit within him. In a rematch, Rocky overcomes Lang, proving that true champions rise after failure. The memorable trait we'll get to learn here is humility to learn again and the courage to admit weakness. The fourth movie came out in 1985, where Rocky is shown as a symbol of courage. When Ivan Drago, a powerful Soviet boxer, kills Apollo in the ring, Rocky is consumed with grief and responsibility. He accepts the challenge to fight Drago in Russia, not for glory, but to honor Apollo's memory. Training in harsh, snowy mountains with Drago's high-tech facilities is contrast to how the Russian Ivan Drago trains, symbolizing heart versus machine. Rocky defeats Drago in front of a hostile Soviet crowd, earning the respect and bridging Cold War tensions. Why is this iconic? Because Rocky becomes more than a fighter. He represents courage, unity, and indomitable human spirit. The fifth movie of the franchise came out in 1990. After the fight with Drago, we see that Rocky suffers brain damage and is forced to retire. Financial ruin strips away his wealth, forcing him to return to his old poor neighborhood. He mentors young fighter Tommy Gunn, but betrayal leads him to heartbreak. Rocky fights Tommy in a street brawl, showing that even when broken and forgotten, he is still a warrior. Rocky's greatest strength is not titles, but his refusal to back down no matter the setting. In 2006, the sixth franchise of the Rocky film came out, which is known as Rocky Balboa. Rocky is shown as the aging lion. Now widowed and running a small restaurant, Rocky lives in Adrian's memory, carrying grief with quiet dignity. A computer simulation sparks talks of him facing the current champion Mason, the Lion Dixon. Despite age and fading strength, Rocky decides to fight. Not to win, but to prove he has still something inside. He goes the distance, showing that passion and courage don't fade with age. The message that we get in this movie is that life is about continuing to move forward no matter how hard you get hit. Then we see Rocky transitioning into the phase of a mentor, where two movies, Creed and Creed 2, where Creed was released in 2015 and Creed 2 in 2018. Rocky becomes the mentor to Apollo Creed's son, Adonis Creed. He guides Adonis not just in boxing but also in life, passing on wisdom forged through pain, love, and perseverance. He battles cancer quietly, showing vulnerability and strength in equal measure. His story shifts from fighter to teacher, from hero to legacy. Selflessness is shown as he recognizes that greatness lives on through others. Why is Rocky such a memorable character in such many movies? Because he's a very relatable person who is relatable to every human being. He isn't a superhero. He stumbles, he struggles, he falls, he doubts, he suffers losses, just like real people do. In real life, we all do, right? But Rocky embodies heart over talent. He proves that resilience, discipline, and heart matter more than natural gifts. The timeless themes of poverty, love, loss, aging, legacy, Rocky's journey reflects the universal human experience. Rocky stands for a symbol of hope. He inspires audiences to chase dreams no matter the odds. The iconic personality that Rocky Balboa is, he also teaches us to be humble, soft spoken, loyal, emotional, yet unbreakable in spirit. Rocky Balboa's journey is less about boxing and more about life itself. About falling, about rising, never giving up. His story reminds us that champions aren't born in the ring, they are made through the struggles of everyday life. So I hope I have been able to introduce the character of Rocky Balboa, which is played by Sylvester Stallone in his Rocky franchise, to everyone. Thank you, everybody.